So if I was to start trading again from scratch, forgetting everything that I know about the markets, what would I tell myself in order to help me better navigate this crazy profession and in order to become successful once again? I'm going to be sharing some of my own experiences, things that I have learned whilst trading, and also giving some important lessons that I think it's really critical to understand as a new trader or someone who is partway through their journey towards profitability. So I think one of the most important things to understand when you start trading is to set realistic expectations. And this is something that basically nobody does initially when they first start trading. Trading is one of those weird professions where it is accessible to just about everyone, and you need no prior knowledge, no training, no qualifications in order to get into it. So let's say, for example, you're interested in football. You wouldn't expect to become good enough to suddenly play in a Premier League game, to be earning the same wages as Messi or Ronaldo, without putting in years of hard work and effort in order to get to that point. So why is trading any different? Well, I think a lot of it comes down to accessibility. If you're watching a football match, I'm sure there's been plenty of times where you've gone, oh, I could have scored that. But you're never given the opportunity to do so. You can't go out and step out onto that pitch. Whereas with trading, you can log onto an exchange and you can compete with the elite at any time of day, no matter who you are, no matter what your experience level is. And it's these elite that probably got you into trading in the first place. You see people going around in their Lambos, flashing cash, traveling around the world with just a laptop or their mobile phone. They're just trading and living a lifestyle that you aspire to have. And the other thing is, it's not only these elite traders that are selling you this lavish lifestyle of excess every day. It is also the influencers, the fakers and the scammers that use trading in order to build a reputation or a following for themselves, knowing full well that it is an accessible market that is open to everyone. Therefore, you are always going to get people that are searching for those answers. So yeah, setting those realistic expectations is vitally important. Trading is not a get-rich-quick scheme. In fact, you are going to lose money, probably more money than you thought you would ever feel comfortable losing whilst you are learning how to trade. And when you do start winning and making profit from trading, that will only come from one of two ways. Either you have put in the work and you have put in the time and effort and learnt, or you've got lucky. And if it's from getting lucky, then that luck will run out eventually. So then you are left with the only way to make money from trading is through hard work, through determination, through learning, through experience. The second thing I would say to myself if I was to start trading again, or to any new traders, is don't do it alone. Find someone else to trade with, find a community, find a mentor, and learn as much as you can from a select few sources that speak to you and your personality, rather than using a scattergun approach and trying to learn absolutely everything, because there are a million different ways in order to trade the markets. There is no one-size-fits-all approach to trading, and it's really important to basically surround yourself with people who you can relate to and who are on a similar wavelength to you, a little bit more so than maybe what they're doing technically. Because at the end of the day, trading is mainly about execution and emotion. It really doesn't matter whether you like to trade moving averages, or whether you like to trade RSI, whether you like to trade market structure, order flow, etc. Find a community that trade in a similar way and that you can see real-time execution of that strategy, rather than trying to learn absolutely every aspect of technical analysis under the sun, which, especially as a beginner, can lead to over-analysis, analysis paralysis, where you are simply seeing so much going on with the charts that you spend all your time analyzing them and being too afraid to actually take a trade. So I would say it's much better to learn a lot about a little rather than a little about a lot. And I think that leads quite nicely into my next tip, which is be patient. You have to have patience in this game. Like I say, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is something that is going to take time to develop, and if you are learning a lot about a little, you have to be patient enough in order to learn and fail and try again, using those same methods, using those same techniques in order to start to make money from any strategy or any method it is that you are trading. Yes, I know that's probably not what you want to hear when you start getting into trading, because you started trading because you want to have a better life, because you want to live that lifestyle that you see the influencers having, that you see these successful traders having. But it's going to take time to get there. You have to be patient. This is not something that will develop within a few weeks. Even though you can trade at any time of day, the process of being able to make money and compound those gains and start to build a portfolio and start to build a group of strategies that you can become consistently profitable on is going to take time. And I think finally, one more harsh truth or lesson that I would like to basically tell myself going into trading if I was to do it again, or to any of you who are starting out on the journey, is that you might never become that full-time trader that you aspire to be. In fact, I don't think it's realistic for anyone to even want to become a full-time trader. I don't think anyone should become a full-time trader. Unless, of course, you're trading within an institution, you're trading someone else's money so that there is no risk to yourself. I think it's very important from an emotional perspective, from a psychological perspective, that you need to have other sources of income coming in. If you are to be looking at these influencers, these full-time traders, these successful traders that have been selling this idea to you, that got you into trading in the first place, they will be supplementing their income in other ways, okay? They'll be running businesses, they'll be getting advertising revenue from YouTube content that they're creating. Not that I make very much from this at all, but it is very important to supplement that trading income, because you don't want to be constantly stressed out about, oh, I'm using trading in order to pay the bills. No, you don't want that. You want to have your bills covered, and you want to trade only with what you have basically in excess. So if at the end of the month you are working a 9 to 5, remember, you don't have to trade every hour of the day. You can trade for a couple of hours a day. You can trade one session open profitably, and you can make plenty of money. You can do that consistently. Like I say, learn a lot about a little. Learn how to trade the New York Open profitably. You can just sit at the charts a couple of hours a day, and that's everything you're going to need. But yeah, do have some other ways to supplement that income, because you don't want to have to rely on that money that you're making from trading, because emotionally, psychologically, that's going to cause more stress. That's going to cause fear if you are losing a position, if you have a bad day, if you have a bad week when it comes to trading, and these will happen. These happen to me. So I guess that almost goes full circle back to that setting realistic expectations that we talked about at the beginning. Trading is amazing. It is something that can elevate you from one stage of life to the next, but it's a journey, it's a process. You need to have a backup plan, you need to have something, a foundation in order to build that on. And you need to understand that it is going to take time, and at times it is going to be painful. But don't let that put you off. Trading is something that is amazing. It can really change your life and give you so many different freedoms. So if you are setting those realistic expectations, if you are surrounding yourself with the right people, if you are patient with your approach, and if you are building a strong foundation, that means that, okay, if you do have a bad day, it doesn't really matter. If you can do those things and you can continue to learn and continue to grow as a trader, then you'll be amazed at what you see 6 to 12 months down the line. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do like, subscribe, do all those things, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers. Bye-bye.